Hello children, welcome to online learning classes. Today we are going to learn for class 6th social science. The chapter that we are going to continue today is chapter number 10, New Empires and Kingdoms. In today's class we are going to discuss about some other important rulers that are other than Gupta dynasty. So here we are going to start our class presented by me Sonakshi Saluja. As we have seen earlier in the previous video about Gupta rulers. From there we have seen so many inscriptions, coins. Now we are going to see about some of the kings and also their biographies, which are also known as Prashasti. Prashasti we have already learned that means in praise of. So here we are going to discuss about some of the kings, empires and new kingdoms. First one we have that is Harshvardhan and the Harshcharita. Harshvardhan, he was the ruler who ruled nearly 1400 years ago. He had a court poet named as Vanabhat who wrote his biography. Usually that time for kings and Brahmins, this biography or prashasti were written down in Sanskrit language because it was the language of king and Brahmins. Ordinary people used Prakrit language as we have seen in earlier videos also. Now we are going to see some more detailed information about the biography, or we can say about Vanabhat. He wrote his biography Harshcharita in Sanskrit. This gives a very clear picture about genealogy of Harsha. As I told you now that it was written down in Sanskrit language as it was clearly understood by king and the Brahmins. So here you can see the picture of the book, the Harshcharita, and the word, the language written down, it was Sanskrit. Other than this, we will also see how other people also came into existence and saw or spent lot of time in Harsha's court. Xuanzang, a Chinese pilgrim, he also spent a lot of time at Harsha's court and left a detail of what he saw. According to him, or according to his account, he told Harsha was not the eldest son of his father. He became the king of Thanesar after both his father and elder brother died. So he was not the elder one, but when his father and brother died, he took over, or we can say he acquired or conquered Thanesar. So Thanesar was under the direct control of Harsh. Then we will also see some of the other places which was later on ruled by Harsh. His brother-in-law was the ruler of Kannauj. He was killed by the ruler of Bengal. And later on, Harsha took over the kingdom of Kannauj. And other than this, he also led an army against the ruler of Bengal. And very soon, he became very successful in capturing or in acquiring West Bengal also. So we can say that other than Thanesar, he also acquired Kannauj and Bengal. Other than this, he was successful in the east. He conquered both Magad, even Bengal also. Other than this, he was not successful elsewhere. He tried to cross Narmada. But actually what happened? He was stopped by the ruler who was belonging to Chalukya dynasty, known as Pulakeshin II. So he couldn't reach to that point and finally was defeated by Pulakeshin II. Now here we are going to see some another important rulers and dynasties, that is the Pallavas, Chalukyas and Pulakeshin's Prashasti. Now two dynasties were very important during that time and were most over in South India. That was the Pallavas and the Chalukyas. These both the dynasties were very important and even spread more over in southern portion. So first of all, when we talk about Pallava or Pallava dynasty, so First of all, we will see that from where to where it extended. So the kingdom of Pallava spread from the region around their capital, that is Kachipuram, to the Kaveri Delta. It extended from Kanchipuram to Kaveri Delta. Then we have another dynasty known as Chalukya. Chalukya was centered around the Raichur Doab between the river Krishna and Tungabhadra. So these are the two major important we can say places where these dynasties ruled over. That is the Pallavas and the Chalukyas. Other than this, we have Aihole, the capital of Chalukyas, that became very important for trading as trading center, and also later on became or developed as a religious center and with number of temples. Now when we talk about Pulikeshin II, he was the best known Chalukya ruler. We know about him from a Prashasti composed by a very famous poet known as Ravi Kirti. Then we are going to see a new kind of army. So, a new kind of army, like earlier rulers, some of these kings maintained a well-organized army. They were military leaders who provided the kings with troops. They even collected taxes and used these men to maintain soldiers. So these men were known as Samantas. A name was given by to them known as Samantas. They were basically the military leader. And these men were when the rulers were weak, so Samantas tried to become independent. So this was something good about these Samantas. And when we talk about the Samantas, so other than this, they also made soldiers to use chariots, elephants and foot soldiers. Now we are going to talk about another very important thing, that is assemblies in the southern kingdom. Assemblies, we all know that wherever people gather to discuss anything on any matter. So here the inscriptions of the Pallavas mention a number of local assemblies. This included the Sabha, which was an assembly of Brahmin and landowner. So it was known as Sabha, where Brahmins and landowners used to involve. Then we have another assembly known as Ur, was a village assembly found in area where the landowners were not Brahmins. Here landowners were there, but they were not Brahmins. And last one we have, that is Nagaram, was an organization of merchants. So these were the three types of assemblies, and this type of assemblies were divided, and basically these people were only involved in these assemblies. Then we are going to see ordinary people in the kingdom. So here when we talk about this, so ordinary people, we can catch an occasional glimpse of the lives of ordinary people from plays and other accounts. So let us see one of the very important, we can say Kalidas is known for his plays depicting life in the king's court. His most famous play is known as Abhigyana Shakuntalam, which is based on love story of Dushyant and Shakuntala. Then we have another Chinese pilgrim known as Fa Zian, who also noticed the plight of those who were treated as untouchables by the high and mighty ones. They were expected to live on the outskirts of the city. So here another account was formed, or account was created by Fa Zian on the basis of his whatever he noticed. He noticed about the untouchability, which we have already read in previous chapter. So this was some of the things which was observed and then written down. So we can say biography was, there were so many biographies of so many kings we have seen. Now, how were these kingdoms administered? Wherever there is kingdoms or empire, it need to be looked after by someone, so that a decision can be made. So here some important administrative posts were now hereditary. This means that son succeeded father to take those posts, as we have seen earlier also. Now Harisena, he was considered as Mahadandanayak, also Chief Judicial Officer or Kumar Amatya or important minister. Mahadandanayak means one who punishes the person who disobey. So this was one of the, we can say, position or post which was given to him. Harisena, when we talk about Harisena, so Harisena is also very important person. Then we have some other posts like chief banker, merchant of the city, Sartavaha or leader of the merchants, caravans, Prathama Kulika or chief craftsman. So these were some of the posts which were given to different type of people. So our this chapter is completed. Next class we are going to start the new chapter of SPL, that is Rural and Urban Administration. Till then, revise the chapter, read the book thoroughly, stay safe. Thank you.